Shalom, guys. Welcome in. We're going to take a look at some energy here for element signs as we do once a week. So these will be for the next 24 hours whenever it is that you are clicking on this video. There's really no time in the spirit. And so if something's resonating with you, then fine. Also, we know that energy can flip-flop. And so if you're a cross-watcher to something, then we'll look at both directions of energy for any given person. My name is Shannon. If you are new, audio discretion advised. If you have little ones around, my channel is really intense and I don't hold back. I feel energy and I'll speak right out of space. Whether it's harsh or not, it'll be for upright purposes and stuff like that. And so anyway, you'll learn the cards differently here. And the Most High will speak. I fear the Most High God. And He's about us just being upright in the earth and keeping His commandments and stuff like that. And so anyway, if you fear God, then great, welcome. Otherwise, if you don't, you're involved in some stuff and you won't turn around, please just leave my channel. I don't have time to feel your energy or anything like that because I do pick up on energy and there will be a rebuke to that nonsense. And I do a specific work here on this platform. It's very serious. And so we just don't mess around. And God's going to let anything and everything come out because He wants people to turn from stuff. You don't get no pleasure in seeing wicked people have to die. And so why would you die? Because there's only two paths in this realm that we get to choose, life or death. And He tells us, pick life. But that's your choice, okay? And so there's many things that are going on around people and that are wicked, that people need to have some information about so that you're safe. Okay, we got a lot of people thinking they're powerful because they got demons on the inside. It's dumb. I told this story not too long ago, and I've told it several times on the platform. I was sitting at the bus stop one day, and some crazy kook woman was sitting there talking to another man about this demon that she had on the inside of her, and he was talking about his problem that he had. And she goes, well, you can take my demon and it can come inside you and do whatever it needs to do. I'm just like, how stupid. People are real crazy, folks. This is why you and I need to know what's around us. It's dumb. People don't got their mind for the most part. So anyway, we're going to get started here with water first. And so welcome in, water signs or cross watchers, to this energy. I want to say that the sun right now is in a water sign. I want to say that. If so, happy birthday, happy anniversary as well for any given person that is connected with this energy in any way, shape, or form. All right, water signs. We have a child here. This is many different things, and so any of them or all the above. It could be something's happened to you while you were a child that you're dealing with even still today, or people that you grew up with are here, soulmates of any kind, friends of any kind, something from your past could be here. It's a student's card, okay? Or you are a teacher, or you're dealing with your child and dealing with something where school is concerned. Can represent stumbling up on some information, so God's going to bring something out here for you. It also could represent somebody who's full grown, that's got a childlike brain, okay? And so that's your first card. You have a foe here. All right, this is sorry about these cards. I got some old cards that I am using, so I always apologize for them. This is somebody's got lost credibility, okay? So whatever that is for you. Now, if you're just judging somebody just because in your mind you think, because you and I are nobody's judge. The Most High is our judge, and if we can find things that line up with the Most High God, and your conscience is clear with that, and you live before God, then fine. But for some people's cases, if you have stumbled up on something where you do have a foe and they have lost their credibility, then they have, and it shows somebody is two-faced out here. The two-faced card is here, so somebody is a backstabber, is what it says on that. And then you have the astronaut, which takes us to inflated stuff, okay? If a balloon or a hot air balloon is involved in something, fine, but most of the time this comes out and God shows all kinds of pride with it, okay? And people just inflate it in their mind and stuff like that. If I am talking to astronaut, then I am. And can take you back to just navigating through something, because you do have somebody who's two-faced, or that's you, or maybe your child is, or whoever, whatever all those meanings are. But you do have somebody, you have an enemy out here, water signs, or cross watcher to a water sign. Okay, you have a boat that can go back to astronaut. If you look that up in the etymology, it'll bring out a boat. It also bring out Navy energy. So any kind of military could be out here. Specifically, it is Navy as well, or the Air Force. If we're looking at aviation and stuff like that, with the astronaut to just be real general with some energies. Let's see what this is about. Show me for the next 24 hours, Yehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth. What is going on with this, with water energy? Show me water. So you have the King of Swords. You also have something around your home. The Four of Wands is here. Okay, so specifically children or whatever past energy, somebody that you grew up with. And the Pentacle also came out. Jumped out my hand and went into the reverse. So whoever's two-faced around something that's going on with you all, something physical is with this. It could be a birth. Okay, somebody could have also be in the next 24 hours if there's some type of two-faced situation with the backstabbing, cheating, double life person around you that's got some situation going on with the birth. Then there is a birth certificate is around something as well. It comes out on the platform all the time. Something about your ex could be here, or somebody in the next 24 hours may be leaving a marriage as well with the King of Swords. Real sharp communication coming around water energy in the next 24 hours, ending something with the World card. Show me this Pentacle for water, please. We have the Two of Pentacles. So somebody did physically, secretly exchange something, maybe in a sexual way. The Eight, where the infinity goes back to secrets that are out here. Because somebody's two-faced. Somebody is secretive, or that's you. Getting your balances here around that pentacle, money, and whatever's physical around it. And this is about being receptive to something. So if somebody's wanting you to be receptive to something, somebody around you, or that's you trying to get somebody to do something in a crazy way, somebody's wearing a mask around you. There could be authority checking something out, stumbling up on some information as well. King Swords is real sharp authority as well. It could be something medical around you as well, not only just for a birth situation, but King Swords can go back to something like that as well. Show me the Two of Pentacles. So there's decisions and going back and forth, or you're going to have to get your balance out here. So we have the Hangman in the reverse. Okay, so the Hangman in the Hangman is like, I'm stuck, I'm looking from every angle, I see things from different perspectives. In the reverse, somebody can't see, can't get outside of the box, they're not creative at all, but still stuck energy if somebody's trying to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on something with that Two of Pentacles, because we're still looking at that. Somebody got psychedelic behaviors out here really bad. This is poison in the reverse of something as well. If somebody physically did something for an exchange for some type of poison, like a literal poison situation out here, then you've got a dangerous person out here. You got a foe. Also came out with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Is that the Three of Pentacles? No, it says Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So somebody, there's a lot of pentacles that are falling underneath the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and so this is about trying to come out of lack. Somebody can't figure something out on something out here. Being two-faced, somebody ain't going to work out for you. Four of Pentacles underneath the deck. Something very physical is around water energy and around your home with children and a foe and somebody inflated in their freaking mind. Show me this King of Swords, please. What is this? Seven of Cups. Okay, we got choices out here. Okay, so in the next 24 hours, you guys got choices. Trying to get your balance, figure out what to do. Somebody's got a lot of physical things around you. This is bad consequence on a judgment. Okay. What's in the hidden space, please, for water? Show me water energy. If the King of Swords is not upright, you are dealing with a psychopath then out here on something. Because this is a confusing card. So is this. Okay, with the Hangman's confusion. Okay, the Pentacle in the reverse. So there's money around you all. There's probably a bribe that has been around a situation. And you're going to have to put a judgment on something. If somebody thinks they're trying to come towards you to say, hey, physically exchange something, or here, I give you a piece of money to do something. Somebody got greedy nonsense around a situation in a really bad way. So in the hidden space, in the reverse, is this Pentacle. And you need it so upright. This is unexpected income and somebody taking it. You need to push that thing away. You really need to push that thing away because it's got consequences around this. If you're being investigated or somebody's being investigated around their home and somebody's going to try to do something because the two-faced energy would be somebody undercover, and somebody going to get caught up in something out here if they know you may take a bribe, or kids could also be being used for something as well. You need to talk to your children. Okay, in the hidden spaces, that pentacle is a lot of pentacles out here. Show me more information. A twin flame energy is coming out here. Okay, well, the Four of Wands can go back to that as well. But somebody who you think they are. There's a devil around you. Show me more information. So, official person in the reverse. It jumps on that King of Swords. There's a maladministration out here, and somebody's going to have lost credibility. Whoever's around you, or that's you. Okay? And it's a main male, which is that King of Swords, whoever that is for you. Okay? Or somebody's around your ex as well. There is a headship when the Judgment card does come out. Somebody got a judgment on them. In a very physical way, there's something going on around water energy. Show me more information, please. What kind of words do you want to bring out here? Your in-laws, okay? A main male, we're an in-law and a headship around a marriage and lost credibility. And two-faced energy is coming out here. The King of Swords can represent an in-law as well. It says, thus saith Jehovah, behold, as the clay is in the potter's hand, so are ye in my hand, O house of Israel. Okay, so if you belong to whoever belongs to God, you just have to let God just take this situation and mold whatever it means for you. God's got something under control, and whatever that means for you. White, someone white, something white. It says to sow into yourselves righteousness and reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground, for it's time to seek Jehovah until he comes and rains righteousness upon you. It says, oh, I just read that one. It says talent is out here. Somebody's name could be Mark, but the death card is the letter M, and you need to get into the ark because something huge is going on out here. You also had these jumped out. A Democrat. Somebody in Congress is here. There's headship out here. Somebody's two-faced around something. Okay? And a divine sentence is in the lips of a king. And his mouth transgresseth not in judgment. Okay? And there's the judgment card. You have to put judgment on something. It says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. Okay? So interpret it as you must for your own situation. Show me water, please. Somebody is going to have some lost credibility because somebody's going to pick up on this two-faced individual. Your family is out here. They want healing, or somebody's act like they do. Okay? And a nuclear bomb energy is out here. Something explosive. Something explosive around your energy. I mean, obviously I'm talking to people up in government. And so whatever's going on with warfare to that level, you interpret it. Show me water. So your children are out here. Something round, but the word children is out here. It is the base of your reading. Okay? And it says something about tripping around, or again, somebody's stumbling up on some information out here. Okay? It's being confirmed. Okay? And somebody's name could be Skip. I don't know. But somebody's angry. It's nuclear out here. Heavy breathing out of anger, because somebody's going to get this mask ripped off of them in a judgment. Something very hurtful is going on around water energy. I send you love and light. You're just going to have to let God just mold something. Those of you who are walking in faith and you're dealing with some idiot around your home, or a child situation, or whatever this means for you. Okay, you have a friend involved in something. This is the letter E. I think it flips it in the camera. It looks like a E, a W, or an M is out here. Specifically, somebody's name is Mark attached to something for some of you all. This is increase in promotion. All these pentacles are out here. Somebody doing something for money, or they did, and you're going to find out about it. There's a judgment on it. It's got a consequence. Somebody's going to be real angry because they ain't gonna get what they think that they're gonna get. God's hand is out here for those of you who walk with him, molding something that's going on, and so you're not gonna have to. obviously somebody's out here waiting and waiting and waiting on a judgment to take place. And God says, hope deferred makes your heart sick. But when this desire finally does come, God says it's going to be a tree of life unto you, and whatever this means. Okay? But somebody's got a friend, and we already know about it because the other day there was somebody in headship that somebody was their friend and something stupid was going on with it. Okay? And you're not allowed to be biased. I don't care where you sit. You're not allowed to be biased in God's earth, because he'll put a judgment on top of your judgment if it's wrong, folks. But a friend is out here, and this is about a loyalty situation that's going on. So somebody's friends around a marriage situation, and they had a child attached to a situation. Somebody's been around your home, two-faced. Somebody's stumbling up on that information out here, and somebody's so puffed up in their pride and ego with it, with all this anger that's going on around your home. I guess so. You just have to brace yourself in a matter. Your in-laws are out here for a lot of you all attached to this matter as well. So anyway, this is what come out for water. Give me just a second to get the cards picked up, and we'll go to the next reading, which will be fire, here in just a second. Oh, goodness. I hope y'all are enjoying your day. It's a nice, peaceful day. So far, so good. We just lift people up that are dealing with really hard energies. I send you love and light. And just know, those of you who are standing with the Most High God, regardless what you're going through, people that are also in the household of faith are also going through similar things. And we should lift one another up and send love and light and good vibes and stuff like that through the Holy Spirit to one another. We're going to get through this. We are in a very tribulous time in the world. We really are. All right, let's go to... All right, fire. Hey, fire signs, welcome in. Show me Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or for the cross watcher for fire energy. What's going on with this group of people? We have somebody, this is many different things as well. Your parents are here. This is Russia for some people. If we're looking at Congress and stuff, it just came out in the water reading. This is also something at work, business, overbearing, jealous energy. Okay, and so whatever all that nuclear stuff is going on, I don't really watch the news unless God has me stumble up on something. So maybe I need to go check something. Anyway, all of those. There's the doctor. So somebody did get pregnant underneath that. There's a wife here that stepped out. She does have a baby on her. So anyway, if you're just dealing with medical situations, or this is getting advice card, okay? Please get advice from people that are going to give you godly advice, because there is no counsel outside of the Most High God. A cowboy is here, okay? Or you live on a farm, or maybe that's a nickname for somebody. I don't know. But a cowboy is here. Got big ears. Somebody may be listening, okay? If you're getting some counsel, or you need to, because you are dealing with somebody overbearing, whether it be at work or with your parents or child connection to something. Jealousy is cruel. You need to make sure you do get the correct type of counsel here, and really listen. If nothing else you get from this picture, those big old ears, really listen to what's being said about some things here. Show me fire, please. Hopeless. Well, somebody feeling hopeless, and somebody needs to get some counsel on something. Now, just in the water reading, it said hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it's like a tree of life. Okay, if you've got God on your side, you have no right to sit here hopeless, because we operate by faith. Okay, we don't look at things on the outward appearance. We walk by faith, not by sight. So it's up to you. I don't know what you're dealing with here. Somebody has completely crossed the line in something, and some people have seared themselves, and you're dealing with somebody that's very overbearing, and something could be very dangerous. And that's why it's important that you get the correct kind of counsel. Okay? Or maybe somebody's got a death sentence on them where medical things are concerned. I send you love and light. Yehovah Rapha is your healer. Anyway, somebody's feeling depressed, lost, and suicide is on this card. It's bad out here. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Either you're going to get out of your head, or this is incarceration. Somebody's never going to get out of jail either. For some of you all, it could be read that if you are dealing with somebody in jail, maybe they are also getting out. I'll read it in different types of ways, but it's like a stuck card. Somebody is feeling stuck out here. That would be bad, hopeless energy. It's a treachery in the reverse as well. Show me more information for fire energy. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every tongue that rises up against you and I, we have the power to condemn it because that's our heritage, God says. We have an apology with the Page of Cups. It did come out in the upright. For any person who's not in the upright, then that's going to be fishy communication. And then the Knight of Cups also came out in the upright. Again, if that is not in the upright, for those of you dealing with hopeless stuff and treachery and it's crazy things around a matter, then jealousy goes to cruelty. God says it's cruel. It's real cruel. And then this individual would be fishy and be a love bomber and tell you whatever you want to hear. And some stupidness out here. If you are going to get out of your head and somebody does need to say, I'm sorry for something, you're getting advice on how to fix something that way, and you're going to be true, then God's going to be on your side. You got to get out of your head, though, to do it. Ten of Swords. There's a bad betrayal out here around something. So show me, wow. Show me this communication. Show me this communication. Thank you. Temperance came out crossing. This is about getting your balance. This is about a reconciliation. And in the water reading, you have water coming out here in a really big way. It's said that your family wants healing, but it could, and somebody's got lost credibility somewhere around that thing, around something that's happened with the home matter. And you're going to have to get your balance. There was balancing issues going on there as well with the Two of Pentacles, and a lot of physical things was around a matter. This pictograph is the sperm. Okay, and if there is somebody jealous around some pregnancy situation, because like I said, I think the water is where the sun is at right now, and everybody's under the sun, then a lot of that's going to be for a big group of collective people dealing with a lot of stuff. You have to get your balance. Somebody's husband's attached to something, because this goes to the husband. That communication is what I'm looking at, and this is about having to heal something. Okay, so there is just something in general that needs to be healed with fire energy. A pentacle, something physical, a new beginning is out here. Somebody is going to have to, get it together. Somebody has to express about this, what they've done in a very bad way to somebody, whether it is your family member or not. Ten of Swords is brutal. Something brutal has happened here. And if you are trying to do some treachery around this, and you're the person wearing the freaking mask that just showed up in the water reading, then somebody's fixing to be real cruel to do this to somebody in some nonsense. For whatever reason, why if somebody don't give a rip. I don't care. I'm lost anyway. I'm depressed. I'll just kill myself afterwards. That energy's coming through. Then you've got somebody real wicked out here. There's danger out here around something going on, because the nuclear nonsense just showed up. Show me more information out here, please. Show me, the letter N might be prevalent to you. This is about a new beginning. This is about being receptive, and this is about healing something. There is an apology. If somebody's mad around you wanting to heal something because somebody else has guilt upon them for something, that's on them. Whatever that means for you. Okay? Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. She'd be a very grounded person if she's in the upright. If she's not, she's a stubborn, greedy piece of nutcase. And her energy in the negative is jealousy over something. Whatever that's about. Show me more information out here. What's in the hidden for fire? And we're not moved by creeps. Well, whoever's wearing the mask in the water reading, it's coming off. Fake person in the reverse. Okay? Mask coming off. Somebody going to be mad because their mask is coming off. And then I guess they're going to sit there all hopeless and suicidal and depressed because they ain't getting away with bull crap that they've done out here on somebody's life. Whatever it is. Okay, and that main female is in the reverse. So whoever the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse, they're in the hidden space. And that mask just showed up in a totally different deck in the water reading. And then an enlightenment in the reverse. So somebody don't have no enlightenment. If somebody can't heal something, get out of this nonsense. I guess you're going to do what you're going to do. Okay. A maze. Okay. That's confusion. The maze also go to burning one direction in the pictograph. We've talked about it on the platform before. And a heinous sex plot crime has been around somebody who's done something to there's sex out here with the sperm. If somebody got raped in something, it was conspired out here through somebody else's jealousy and whatever's taking place in a matter. People are nuts. Show me fire. You ain't getting away with this. You're going to go to jail. And somebody knows that they're going to go to jail for that crap. And they would rather kill themselves than to sit in a jail cell all their life. You're still going to go to hell jail, and you're never going to get out of that place. Why not repent if you still have your soul and find the grace of God, sit in a jail cell through this life, and then be free eternally when you leave the next life? Because that's a reality, what I just said. But if you don't have your soul, then I guess you're going to do whatever you want in the stupidness out here. Whatever that's about. Show me more information. Show me fire. An earth sign. Okay, well, it's the Queen of Pentacles directly then. They're in the reverse. They wear a mask in the hidden space. People may already know about this. And the hidden space shows that mask in the reverse because somebody was stumbling up on information in the water sign with the person in the mask, and there was anger everywhere. Whatever's taking place entirely with your family. This could be your in-law as well, because in-laws also came out. But a specific earth sign is out here, and if you're upright and you're a cross-watcher earth sign, then you are. But in this reading, we are seeing something wrong. Okay. It says that the king by judgment establishes the land, but he that receives gifts and bribes overthrows it. It just showed up in the water reading. That bribe came out in the hidden space. All that stupid money was there. And so we had an official person that came out in the reverse there in that reading as well. And so somebody is going to do something in the next 24 hours. You're going to hurt a whole land because the nuclear bomb just came out, and God's going to take his people and just do what he's got to protect them. But if we're looking at Russia stuff and things like that, because Congress came out and Democrat stuff came out, and then y'all just go ahead and do whatever you want. God don't give a rip about United States of America or Russia or anybody else in any other country. It's going to take bribes and stuff. It's going to be overthrown. So it's really up to you. But the people of God, we're just going to stand in faith. And God's going to protect us all day long, whatever's taking place. We got people backstabbing people, even right at the top of some stuff out here. Anyway, so there's a judgment out here, and you're either going to establish something and do what's correct. I don't care who's going to be mad in something or not. Or you're going to overthrow something, and something huge is going to explode. Spiritually, naturally, emotionally, whatever. A ditch, a whore, a strange woman's out here around this energy. Okay, well, anyway, somebody's husband's got a whore around specifically, or the wife is a whore, or this is the whore around somebody's husband. I'm saying that because this house goes to the husband, it's the sperm, and the home was just there in the water reading. So whoever the main female is, whether it's the wife or not, somebody got pregnant somewhere. They're guilty. There's the guilty part there as well. All right, well, somebody got guiltiness on them and something's taking place. Somebody knows the information. There will be a victory in this matter, and something can be public going on out here. It says a false balance is an abomination to Jehovah, and a just weight is his delight. Okay? Again, you better do what's right, because there's a judgment out here. It's going to affect groups of people and nations. It says, quench not the spirit, and do not neglect prophecies. Prove all things, hold fast to that which is good, and abstain from evil. Something's coming in this communication out here. And somebody trying to talk to you and they're not balanced. They've quenched the spirit because they're a whore in a ditch. Something has been recorded, or something has been documented. There's something that's to remember through a documentation of something in the next 24 hours with fire energy. Show me fire. It's time to speak, and they are going to speak. Okay? They are going to speak. It's the X is the problem somewhere. Okay, well, anyway, this is ridiculous. Their little people game's going to end. Okay, and they're going to be so freaking upset about it, man. They're going to explode because it just showed in the water read. Let them freaking explode. Nobody has a right to play a little game on somebody. Whoever's going to speak, somebody's ears really perked up. It might be somebody who is like country like person, wears maybe you live out in the country, I don't know, maybe you are a cowboy, I don't know. At a bar is also here. Okay, well, that's right here. You got mixing drinks and stuff like that, everything in moderation, folks. So anyway, somebody's going to be out of control. I guess they are. A false heart is out here. Yes, because somebody wears a mask. Somebody's got documentation of something that's going on out here. And somebody knows that information, somebody can get a victory over this nonsense. Somebody plays little games out here. We don't put up with you folks that do that. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. What's your name? Oh, you're a nobody. Grow up. Somebody guilty out here for some crap. Got two that came up. So there is a hidden relationship around somebody, and there was a baby that was conceived somewhere. Something around a baby situation is here attached to something going on. So a construction worker, a worker, a hidden relationship, luxury, and lots of money attached to some stuff. It just showed up in the water reading. And a baby. And this is either two X's, and the X is the problem came out in wording here. And or... it's the letter NG, but it looks like two X's, so any of those letters. You also have eternity. Actually, the Temperance card also has a meaning of eternity. So there's death matters out here around some stuff. It's right here, suicidal nonsense, because somebody wants to play games rather than heal something and get correct advice and find the grace of God. Somebody's heart's already stupid and crazy and they want to wear a mask. I guess you're going to do whatever you got to do, and eternity is before you. Death is out here on somebody, whether it's a death sentence through an execution, even for somebody's case that I'm picking up on, or somebody, again, don't want to go to jail and would rather just kill themselves, and then you're screwed anyway on that matter. This is a radical change as well as a victory, and you got the word victory out here. Somebody's going to have some victory on some stupid ditch that's been around a stupid situation out here. It's a maximum protection, and again, there's jail matters out here attached to something. This is the letter Y. And the Y, the NG, or two X's, or the N also came out here in the cards. I think that's all the letters that came out. All right, fire signs. Brace yourself, folks. The next 24 hours is real intense for collective groups of people. But at least something's coming out and somebody's game's going to freaking end. It's nonsense. But somebody is going to speak. And somebody's got documentation out here on some stuff to get a victory going on a matter. I don't understand why crazies think that they're going to be some victorious person doing nasty things to people. That you talk about a delusion in people's mind, folks. A lot of people are crazy in our earth realm. It's really a sick thing to have to see. Is what it is. People can do what they want. All right, let's go to Earth. All right, Earth signs. Welcome in, guys, or the Cross Watcher. Let's know what's going on with Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy for the next 24 hours. I thank you for your maximum protection around all your people. Okay, you have a judgment being made. It came out in the reverse. This is a very dangerous card. For some of y'all, there may be a surgery around something as well. I mean, if somebody's going to be explosive, then somebody does need to be protected in something that's going on thus far in what we're reading about. Because somebody's a kook somewhere wearing a mask, okay? It's going to get ripped off. And somebody is making a judgment, and the wording for that just came out in the fire readings. And so somebody does have hidden intentions, and they do. It's at the bottom of the deck. But that wants to jump out in the reverse, something very dangerous that is going on. Again, because we had nuclear bombing and stuff. Congress and stuff that's come out. So I don't know what's going on with that. But in just a moment, some kook at the top who doesn't have God, folks, could just do something real crazy. It's why it's important that you and I know who we trust in. Anyway, show me Earth, Yehovah, what's going on. The letter J appears on that sickle card. Okay? Show me for Earth energy. So there, somebody's making a decision to reunite something. Okay? Earth signs. If that's positive for you, then fine. It just said in the fire reading that somebody was fixing to speak. Okay, there was hopelessness there and everything else, and the apology was also there, but you need to make sure that somebody's saying the correct things. Okay, somebody's reuniting here. There's a reunion going on. And so for some of you all, your family wants healing, and somebody's around that's got stupidness to it. So a delivery person is out here, okay? So somebody's coming to drop something off, whether it's actually a delivery person or not. It can or cannot be for any given person. But somebody is coming back around to do something, and something's dangerous on this person, because who's ever in the negative, because they're going to get cut in a really big way on a judgment, because that's the hand of God showing here. Okay, somebody got hidden intentions around some crap going on, and whoever's wearing the mask is going to be ripped off. Understand? All you little fools playing games? Okay, because Yehovah's speaking, and Yehovah don't lie. Everybody going to see your stupidness for what you are, fools. Intimacy. Okay, if somebody is a delivery person, and somebody says, hey, I'm going to work, and they really ain't, and they're really out with some lover energy out here, then y'all better check. The husband energy was there, and a main female came out in the reverse in the fire reading, and a ditch was there, a whore was there attached. There's something going on, okay? So there's something to do with intimacy. And then the sipping card is here. This is gossipy, nosy energy as well. Something will be talked about. Something will be talked about. Because God's going to let something come out. Show me Earth. Go ahead and play your games, folks. Go ahead and play your games. So something's being contemplated out here. And somebody's also got a rejection situation. Somebody's a big fat crybaby little powder. This is apathy and I don't care. Somebody don't care. I guess somebody don't care what they're trying to do out here. Okay? We have the strength card in the reverse. Okay, there's somebody in leadership's crazy. There's a maladministration here when the strength card comes out, because that judgment and all the headship keeps coming out on the platform. Something's been contemplated with or around this person, for or against a person in headship as well. The Page of Wands. It's mischievous stuff happening here. Show me Earth energy. Be on your guard. The World card in the reverse. That's going to be it. God's going to make sure somebody gets cut real hard in something that they're doing, because a victory just came out, and the wording about people hoping and being like, oh my God, what's going on with this matter? God says that it's going to be like a tree of life when a correct thing takes place, okay? And whatever you've been hoping for. Somebody is not passing go. This is it. Somebody's trying to reunite, and they're going to try to use intimacy. And if it's a delivery person that's trying to be underneath somebody's other name that they're not, and that's personal, you're getting judged on this matter. Every person involved in the bull crap. Hold on just a second. I want to see something here. So somebody's mouth has been bound to silence in something that's going on connected with Earth energy. Now, an Earth sign came out directly in wording and with the Queen of Pentacles in the fire reading. Somebody has secrets out here because they wear a mask doing something. To be humbled. To sink in a pit, to be low, a destruction is out here in the pictograph language as well. It says somebody has secrets to return in their mouth because it's been contemplated to do something out here. But I'm telling you, whoever the wicked party is trying to do something because they got secrets, they're wearing a mask, it's gonna be known. Somebody's gonna know something out here. Whatever they contemplated, they're stupid out here. God says their little people game's gonna end. Can't keep going on and on and on and on and on and on doing some stupid stuff out here. It's Judgment Day. Okay, the Page of Pentacles. So they are going to speak. They are going to try to do hey baby stuff. Okay, with some intimacy. Whether they are just a delivery driver for a clue, or they are delivering something, or they're using somebody's, or they're saying that they're at work but they're not, and they're with a ditch and a whore, or somebody's doing something with somebody's account out here, because we've talked about it on the platform. Like I said, something's out here that's getting judged in a very harsh way, connected with earth energy. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. My cards aren't supposed to be in the reverse, but I guess I got twisted. So this is manipulation with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay? Show me what's in the hidden space, please, on earth signs. Thinking. Okay? Secretly somebody is thinking. They're contemplating some stuff. With that 4 cups. Okay? It's dangerous. Because you're dealing with somebody who don't have no emotions. But they're going to bring a lot. They're going to create a lot of emotion out here. Through intimacy. And stuff like that. So you better think. It's in the hidden space. There is travel. This is a travel card. Somebody from a distance from you. Or again, just some type of traveling. Or traveling or delivering of something. And secretly somebody needs to accept something out here. Or they want you to accept something. There's a pentacle in their hand. Hey, give you a little piece of money if you let me do something out here, or whatever that is. Okay? To embrace. Again, intimacy. Watch your back, folks. Watch your back. Something black. So we had something white. Now we have something black. So whether it's a person or an object or a vehicle or whatever it is, okay, you interpret it for your own situation. Show me more information. If there's interracial things going on, then there's interracial things going on. And the Lord, your God, your banner, okay, Jehovah Nissi, but I'm also hearing something about somebody's niece is involved in something. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. Okay, somebody is doing something for a bunch of money, because in the water reading, that money stuff was everywhere. Somebody can go to jail for something that they've done, for most cases. Birth certificate. It is out here. It's illegal. They're traveling on somebody else's identification, and some leadership's attached to that stuff. You're going to jail. And I guess you pop your own head off in suicide because you don't want to go to jail. Then I guess that's your business. We won't cry for you. You're wicked. It says that the getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. Theft is on this card. So again, somebody thieved the birth certificate. And they traveling on somebody's stuff out here. Maybe they are from a distance from you. Somewhere across the world, since this is a distance card as well, and the world card is out here. But some leadership's attached to this, letting somebody do it. And Jehovah's our banner. And God's going to knock this little game out of the water here on people who's doing this crap. You don't have no right. You don't have no right. You have no right. Do you understand me? You better understand God. You're a thief. And you're seeking your own death out here. Again, the suicide card is out here. Somebody don't want to take responsibility for what they do. You're wicked anyway. You don't want grace of God? You want to look in the mirror? Your pride's out the wazoo? Then go ahead. See you later. No, we ain't going to see you later. You're going to hell for some stuff that you've done out here. For some of you all, somebody got pregnant out here around something because that child was also in the water reading. I won't apologize. I won't apologize for what I'm saying. At a bar. There's somebody at a bar. That also just came out in the fire reading as well. And somebody mixing the drinks was also there with the temperance card. So somebody's returning out here around a drinking situation. I guess so. Somebody says, I want to fix the problem. No, they don't. They want to thieve. And they're seeking their own death. A family betrayal is around this, and the Ten of Swords was in the fire reading, and your house was in the water reading, and it said family wanted healing, and there was some type of communication of I'm sorry, or it's just fishy saying I'm sorry because they want to get treasures by a lying tongue. However, it's trying to go down. If you are going to be truthful with your family and heal something, then you're going to look in the eyes and you're going to say everything that you did wrong, and let the chips fall where they need to fall and let God's grace come upon you is how I feel. But if you're going to be stupid out here and you think you're going to cover something, you're going to go to hell. And like I said, go ahead and kill yourself because you ain't worth nothing anyway. The family betrayals out here, folks. There is an investigation that is going on or will go on. There's going to be justice to this. And a judge, okay? Again, there's legal matters around some crap, okay? To vacate, okay, to empty a place, okay. So anyway, you do have some type of travel energy that is out here around a situation that's going on. Show me Earth, Yehovah. God says that it's the upright that dwell in the land, and the wicked transgressors are cut out of it. And again, somebody's going to get a harsh cutting because they play games out here around some nonsense going on. So somebody could be from the UN. It's the letter U, but it's actually written like an N or any one of those letters. This is about making some progress, and God said he's going to give some type of victory, okay? Because somebody's mask was coming off somewhere. And if you are dealing with somebody who is connected with military, then that was being talked about in the water reading, and the boat comes out here, and Navy energy specifically was being talked about in there. But any kind of military could be out here. It's a bad karma rune for those people who are playing games. It represents bad karma for people who are unworthy of something. Somebody's not worthy to thieve somebody else's stuff out here. And then you have bloodshed going on. These two letters in another language says bloodshed, but it is a legal rune. There's a judge out here and an investigation taking place out here in the next 24 hours. God's going to give a victory, and even a legal victory somewhere. Somebody can sit there and pout all they want because they're not going to get what they are trying to get by lying and thieving. It says justice will be assured. Again, it's going to confirm itself out here for Earth energy. The M and the D and the MD, the doctor card was in the fire reading to bring whatever those connections are with that child or whatever, all the connections, however you're going to place it in your own story and what God's bringing out. But whoever's done a wrong out here by a family betrayal and some type of bloodshed on some crap, God's going to give justice to people. You can rest assured. You can rest assured of that. God's just. Somebody's leaving. However they're leaving, they're leaving. All right. Let's go to the last reading here. Look, if you're new, I just feel energy and I just don't mess around. I've said it many times on my platform and asked God, why do you let me feel this energy like that? And he told me, he said, you don't ask me why I made you the way that I do. And I did not know that that was even a scripture at that time. And I've been doing this work for years. And I heard that in my spirit, him say that to me. And next time I had opened up my scripture, there it was. Don't ask me why I made you the way that I made you. And so God uses me this way, and that's why I won't apologize. God said he's going to shake the earth one more time. And he uses a lot of shaking through me in a very harsh type of a rebuking way, because we don't want this crap in our earth realm. We don't want people playing games with us. And God's judging. God's judging. And so if you are somebody playing games with some people, and you're sitting here and just going, oh my God, it's hopeless. I wish I wouldn't have done that. And there's shame. All you can do is cry out to God, look in the mirror and say, whatever it takes, God, for me to make this right, if you will just protect me and give me some type of testimony out of it, then God will shine his mercy on you and give you testimony out of something. And then you'll begin to pull people out of the same types of energies that you found yourself in. But if you're going to sit there and be a crybaby and be crazy and you think you're going to cover some stuff up, then harsh energy is going to come through and until something takes place with you and you are completely cut out of the earth, because ultimately whether somebody takes their own life or not, Ultimately, it just proves what they are, and God cuts out wicked people. That's wickedness. God wants you to live and not die, but if you can't pull out of something, I guess you're wicked. He don't get no pleasure out of people being wicked and have to die, but it's our choice all day long. But I won't say I'm sorry for how things are delivered on this platform. If you are new, it just is what it is. I know it's uncomfortable. Try being the person that has to feel it. But anyway, God can use this vessel the way he wants to. All right, let's see what's going on with air. All right, air signs, welcome in, or the cross watcher. What's going on with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? So this is government, and specifically it is either Britain, London, Britain area, and or Congress just came out with the Democrat side. Whoever's who. It is a government card. It is also something around timing. Maybe there's a clue here for somebody who has a grandfather clock, or your grandfather is involved in something. This is a protection card. It's also a card of altering some things. Okay? Somebody may be confused around things even going on a tower, or your electronics, or your phone, or laptop, or whatever that is. You interpret it, but those are all the meanings of the clock tower. Show me air. What's going on with air? Somebody is in despair. So it just came out in the other deck that somebody was sitting there and they were hopeless and suicide was around them because somebody's played games. A teacher is involved, or somebody's learning information, or whatever it is, okay? And somebody's a hockey player or skating around some information, and we already know that to be a fact, because somebody's lying for other people's riches out here. So if a teacher is involved, then so be it. The student's card was in the water reading, or you are a teacher, or you're just learning something. There is knowledge when the tower comes out here. That's a destruction when you get the tower. And so whatever's going on. An adventure, okay, or some type of travel could be around what's underneath that, a psychopath. Okay, well, anyway, people do need to kind of brace themselves in the next 24 hours, because any person is going to get up in here and play any kind of games and think that they can take your stuff and alterate things, and specifically something about a birth certificate was altered out here, and they're trying to protect that. Okay, so whether somebody's near or far from you, or somebody thought they were just going to do a little adventure on somebody, a psychopath thinks that they can play games and suck and suck and suck like a leech from people. And they dangerous. They kook. Underneath that is the apology card, which was in one of the other readings with the legal matter. And is somebody going to get a justice on this situation? So it's just repeating now that whole deck there. Show me air. Somebody knows something. Tower goes to knowledge in the 11th house, which is an air energy. Somebody knows some stuff. Show me more information. The 3 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles wants to come out in the reverse. So again, somebody's pierced. This is showing the scripture. 10 of Pentacles is large sums of money. It's fraudulent things, because we just got the information from God saying that somebody was trying to get money through a lying tongue. And so it's large sums of money, and God says many have went astray from the faith and have been pierced through with many sorrows because of the love of money. It's the root of evil. So there's the scripture for you. They're just pierced through, boy. They just, oh my God, crying about it, pouting, and everything else. Well, it's too bad. You're losing it because it's not yours. Everything stolen's coming back to the people that it was stolen from. This is a bad family betrayal on a commitment around something. The 10 of Pentacles is about your home as well. And a lot of y'all have families taking money from you. Has done some stuff, and specifically some of y'all, it was your in-law attached to something as well. The government is somehow connected with a matter out here. Okay, way too many here, so I'm gonna take the top and the bottom. They came out crossing. 8 of Swords. You're gonna get out of jail, because you ain't gonna get out of jail free. There's the judgment coming from the Emperor. We do have, so if this is King Charles, they're here as well, attached to some stuff. But we do have somebody in leadership that's going to have to put this judgment on some stuff. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Could be a strong Aries. Don't have to be. Okay? But somebody's like real pierced through because there is gel attached to some things going on. If the Emperor's in the upright, he will protect and he'll do what's right. If he's not, he's a stubborn blow-up piece of nutcase because all that wording just came out in the water reading. There was a big-time warfare energy coming out with nuclear stuff there. So something is out here with this Emperor and being stuck and being heartbroken because there's a bunch of money out here attached to some crap. And there's a psychopath out here. And somebody's altering some nonsense. So let's just go back to the Earth reading. Somebody's coming back. It said a little reunion was fixing to take place. They wearing a mask around you. Don't you dare fall for this little crybaby stuff. It's all been contemplated. Somebody gonna give you a little lie for all this money, and God says that their mask is coming off for collective groups of people in the next 24 hours. Let the psychopath go straight to the pit of hell where they belong. That's a seared person there. They don't have their soul. Show me this. So something public is going to take place, and the truth is coming out on somebody publicly. Also, something's happening with being at a bar. Then something at a bar is out here. Some type of truth is out here. Okay, there's the Page of Pentacles. They are going to speak. Show me this Emperor, please. Show me this Emperor. The letter D and the letter A, which is interesting because the letter Ein is spelled with an A. It's not really the A. That would be the alphabet. But I still get the wording for the D or the Dalet and the Ein make a repeat witness, which goes back to legal stuff, is where I'm going with this. And the legal rune just came out in the Earth reading. Okay? So there's bloodshed attached to some stuff because eternity also just came out. Somebody did some stuff for the money. They don't care about nothing but themselves out here. It's a bad family betrayal that's taking place. Maybe around your father or whoever it is. But there was a main female that was in the reverse attached, whether it be your sister, an aunt, whatever they are, your mother, I don't know, for other cases. But there is something going on. It's really bad. And the DA is out here. And somebody thinks they're going to get up on the stand and lie for all these riches. Ain't going to take place for you, honey. Your mask is coming off. So there's the Ten of Swords, family betrayal. Along with the Five of Swords, a defeat is out here. And somebody is from afar from you in the sea or something. It just keeps coming out. There's the Devil that came out. That's a freaky looking devil because the devil is freaky. Something's changing or foreign people, foreign places, or authority is out here and trading something. They are coming back to do something. And they do, this is probably in the reverse. It's just sitting in my deck. But that came out in the general this morning. The Eight of Cups is traveling for wrong reasons. And we just seen that delivery driver. And somebody's using they've altered somebody's birth certificate for that money. Because they in trouble. They're a fugitive. Somebody's a murderer out here, folks. There's a predator around. Somebody wants somebody to say yes to something. Somebody acts like they don't know something, but they do. And somebody sets up in a big authority attached to this matter. Jehovah Elohim, he's got your number, whoever I'm talking to that's all involved in this. You people are going to pay for what you've done to people. How dare you? So there's the karmic piece of nut. There's the ditch, the whore, the strange woman that came out in warding. I think it was a fire sign reading. So whoever it is, somebody is a ditch. Here they come, or somebody in authority is calling the ditch up. And they're allowing somebody to alterate something around timing about either where they're at or whatever is going on. Okay, well, anyway, if you got a teacher connection somewhere, or somebody you went to school with, or your kids, even maybe teenagers that are being ditchy around some things. Somebody could go to jail for some stuff. It ain't good. There's danger out here. That ditch is in the hidden space. They're a psychopath. It shows right here. They're a nutcase. The word cherish in the reverse. And somebody thinks somebody loves them on some stuff, and somebody's a freaking devil. Somebody's an imposter on some crap going on. All the money, honey. It's for thievery. It's great wealth. Okay? Because the luxury rune also came out. I think it was in the fire reading. It's ridiculous. Somebody is married. Okay? Well, the husband was just showing there. So somebody calls up a freaking whore and allows them to do some crap and for all this money. And don't you know that the Most High says that a whore will lead you to death? Somebody gonna die out here. They search for your precious life. You can go and cry and cry and cry, or they're going to try to cry and cry and cry on something to get their freaking way. Okay? An older person attached to something. Okay? And this is like communicating on the tower because it's an internet. It can be having communication on the internet. It's right here. And people altering things to protect their stupidness is what it's showing. Show me air. Punch him out, Yehovah. So again, the word circle is here. So something round. It's the wheel. It's the traveling energy that God's trying to bring out. But it says to renew something for destruction, to circle around a large area. Somebody's a delivery driver on somebody else's identity for a lot of you. But that reunion card was just in the earth reading. And they were going to use some temptation and stuff with it, try to get their way on whoever's got the authority to let the little ditch do whatever that they're going to let the little ditch do. They ain't going to do it because God's going to have their mask ripped off. But anyway, they're going to renew something, and then there's a destruction with this. Tower is also a destruction card. In the state like or according to something else. They're just acting. They're wearing the mask. Out of 2 decks, the mask card came out. I look at you with hearts in my eyes, baby. No, they don't. They're a freaking liar. Look, people, they are a psychopath. Or this emperor is. And ending is going to take place with the destruction. Someone tall is involved in something. And somebody says, I want to hold your hand and walk and talk with you and kiss your face. Okay, well, anyway, you go right on ahead. It's a ditch. You got emotions for a crazy coop ditch, or they're saying that to you because they know all that you got lots of money. That's all they care about is the money. They're going to die. Show me air. What are you going to say to air, Yehovah? Your relatives. Well, it's really out here because the family betrayal keeps coming out. And then it said family wanted healing in the water reading. So family, look, people, this crap is going to ruin your family if you don't do what's right. If you got information about somebody playing games out here around all this money, you better open your mouth. Because somebody's going to get hurt. They're going to go to the pit of hell. And you'll allow this freaking devil do what this freaking devil's trying to do as an imposter. You're going to get pierced. Anyway, your relatives are involved in this. There it is. It did jump out again. The ditch. The whore. The strange woman needs to freaking die. It says your mother's side of the family. Your family's out here. Okay? And it says to do justice and judgment is more acceptable to Yehovah than something that's sacrificial to you. Oh, it's sacrificial to you because you've slept with the whore or whatever the crap this is about. But I'm talking to a leadership that thinks somebody's their friend, and they're not your friend. They're a psychopath. And for you to do justice and judgment, it's more acceptable to your creator than something that's just like, well, this is going to be sacrificial, or all this money, or my people knowing who I am publicly. Pride is in the way of somebody out here. The last card says, if you don't do this, then you are hung in the balance with God and you're found wanting. Meanie, tickle you foreseen, God has numbered your kingdom. And he's finished it. Or he's fixing to finish it in the next 24 hours. You let this ditch back in here. It's going to affect your family. So I'm talking to somebody who sets up in a real high place. And your time in this earth in the next 24 hours is completely gone with God. When you leave this realm, because you're fixing to become this, whoever's already dealing with this, somebody's going to get right up in here with this again and become this too. And that's your fate, hell. God's saying so. I've numbered your kingdom, God says, and you're weighed in the balance, and you're found wanting, and your kingdom's divided. And in the same night that this was given, they died. So whether they're going to kill themselves or not, somebody wicked, God don't care about that person. God's making a judgment in the next 24 hours. God don't care about this leadership that's willing to be some crazy out here. He just don't care about you. Got 24 hours to do what's right, is what it's showing out here. Live or die. Oh. So the truth, hitting the target. A dart is here. This could take us to the word dart, can take you to anxiety. Somebody that is, you better, I don't care how you are feeling. You either going to live or die. Somebody is in anxiety because of this choice that they've got to make. I don't care if you feel like I'm damned if I do, if I'm damned if I don't. No, you're not. You live or you die. This is a victory, and the word victory did come out in the fire reading. And this is the sword, and God's got his sword out on somebody. Somebody's married out here calling a ditch up. All their money in their home is going to some ditch, and somebody married out here. That's leading them right to death, like God's word says. And so somebody's whole kingdom's just completely destroyed. God's fixing to get up and slaughter a kingdom somewhere, and people are underneath some leadership out here, folks. And God keeps saying to do justice and to do judgment, it's more acceptable for you than you sit there and cry because it was sacrificial on me. You're prideful and you're off. Somebody's been wronged out here. You're wronging your own family. God's going to shoot this arrow, and he don't miss the back of his enemy. Somebody's going to get defeated, and God's getting the last say out here. The letter T might be prevalent to you. And this is a hateful rune, okay, because the devil is out here. The devil don't give a rip at you. Neither does this ditch that you think is just whatever, and you're just going to melt because they say, oh, won't touch you or whatever. That's crazy. They ain't your friend because God said they don't care about nothing but themselves. Do what you want. Anyway, the letter T, the letter S, the letter D, and the letter A came out in this reading. Again, sword came out twice. And God says that when a land grievously sins before me, Jehovah says, I send the sword out and I kill man and beast. Somebody's setting up in a place that is going to hurt great big groups of people. Because the nuclear bomb just came out. And that's also prophecy. So anyway, something huge is going on, folks. Whether it's just energetic or not, it's spiritual. And somebody's fixing to get cut by the hand of God. It's dangerous what's out here in the next 24 hours for a bunch of people. And God is talking to headship to do the right thing. Or you're going to stand there with a bunch of blood on your hands if something does go down in a country. And you got innocent people and lives that you're affecting by your stupidness just because of your pride. How dare you do that to people in the earth realm? May God damn you to hell if you don't do what's correct. Whoever I'm talking to this last week, Jehovah's going to get the last word because he sits king forever. That king lives forever. This is what come out, folks. People need to pray. Shalom.